Welcome back to Harlots of Spooktalk and another True Crime Friday. Tonight we're stepping into one of the darkest cases in American history. The story of John Wayne Gacy, a man who wore a smile, shook hands with neighbors, and hid unimaginable evil behind greased paint.
You know what's funny? Out of all three of us, we somehow landed on the one episode that Tiffany has dreaded since we started this podcast.
Yeah, can we not?
Oh, we absolutely can.
You picked the topic. We all watched you do it. Then about 2 days later, you remembered.
Nah. Well, he was a clown, though. I'm sorry. He was a clown.
Not just a clown.
Pogo the Clown.
I forgot that was his name. And I hate y'all both. I really do.
Look at her face right now. She's trying so hard to act brave.
She's doing that thing where she's smiling, but her eyes are saying, please end this conversation right now.
I don't know what it is about clowns. I actually do. But the makeup hides everything. You can't tell what they're really thinking. Yeah, you can. You can't read their expressions. And oh my God, that fake smile, absolutely not. I will tell you though, it was Pennywise.
Now imagine it's after midnight. You walk through an empty carnival. Everything is silent. Then you hear squeaky shoes. A balloon floats across the path, and someone quietly whispers, "Hey there."
No.
Turn around. No one's there. Then from somewhere behind you, you're not happy laughing, that slow, uncomfortable, almost childlike laugh, getting closer.
Shut up. I hate y'all too.
I hate y'all too.
I hate y'all too.
I hate y'all too.
Full of pain.
Then standing under a flickering light, a clown, completely still, not waving, not speaking, just smiling, watching you.
I swear, if y'all send me clown gifts after the recording, I'm like gonna block everybody. And y'all are on timeout.
Not kidding. She's not kidding though. She'll investigate haunted prisons, abandoned hospitals, cemeteries, and then one clown walks in the room and Tiffany's filing for witness protection.
The terrifying part is John Wayne Gacy understood exactly what people expected to see. A friendly entertainer, a community volunteer, a businessman, someone parents trusted around their children.
But behind a faintest smile was the predator responsible for murdering at least 33 young men and boys between 1972 and 1978. For years, no one saw the monster hiding behind the costume.
That's what makes this case so disturbing. It reminds us that evil doesn't always look frightening. Sometimes it wears a smile, tells a joke, shakes your hand, and walks right past you without anyone suspecting a thing. No. Tonight, we're focusing on the victims, the investigation that finally exposed Gacy's crimes, and the lessons this case left behind. Not to glorify the killer, but to honor the lives he stole.
And before we begin,
these two somehow have found a way to sneak a clown into my house. What?
Mm-hmm. We did. We got a
There
clown in
ain't
your
no
house.
clown in here. Here's a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Big Fork Brands. Whether you're craving bacon, sausage, bold Chicago-style sauce, or delicious pork jerky, they've got you covered.
Use promo code HOST to save 20% off your order. You'll find the link in today's episode and description.
Now, check under your bed, look in your closet. If you hear someone laughing, don't assume it was one of us.
This is Harlots of Spooktalk, and this is the True Crime Friday of John Wayne Gacy, the clown.
Oh, you think you got away? Oh, you think you got away? Harlots of Spooktalk. Harlots of Spooktalk. LD is your witch. Tiff is your investigator. Karli is your dark one. You think you got away? The candle knows your name. LD is your witch. Tiff is your investigator. Karli is your dark one. Harlots of Spooktalk. Harlots of Spooktalk.
Viewer discretion advised. This episode contains strong language, adult themes, potentially frightening content. Listener discretion is strongly advised. All content is for entertainment purposes only. Any true crime or historic information discussed is publicly available online.
When you hear the name Pogo the Clown, they usually picture a terrifying clown from horror movies. But here's the creepy part. Pogo wasn't fictional. Pogo the Clown was a persona created by one of America's most famous, or infamous, not famous. He is infamous. He's infamous. There's a difference.
But he's famous.
No, he's infamous serial killer, John Wayne Gacy. Now, he wasn't some circus performing, living life on the edge of society. He was a respected, quote unquote, businessman. And he was active in his community and someone many people trusted. That's exactly what makes the story terrifying, honestly. The clown wasn't how he committed his crime, but it became the symbol of people. That's how we would forever associate with the monster hiding underneath.
The Pogo character started in the early 1970s. Gacy volunteered to entertain at neighborhood parties, charity events, hospitals, and children's functions. He was a freaking creep, just saying. He had two clown personas. One was called Pogo, who was cheerful and goofy. The other one was Patches, and people forget about Patches.
I remember that.
Yeah.
He was quieter and less talkative. He designed the costumes himself and even painted his own damn makeup. Photos show bright colors, extravagant features, whatever, and huge painted smiles. Don't come for me because I messed that word up. Back then, seeing a clown at a community event wasn't unusual. Parents welcomed him because he seemed friendly and generous. No one ever suspected they were standing next to someone capable of horrific violence.
Oh, I got it. Patches always reminded me of Art the Clown.
Yes, he had the upside down smile.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, and like being all quiet and everything, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's why I remember it, because I'm like, oh, that's Art the Clown. Anyways, what's important to understand is that there's no evidence Gacy used the clown persona to lure victims. Most of his victims were teenage boys and young men he met through construction jobs, casual encounters, or by offering homework. So he's another Jeffrey Dahmer. The clown character mostly appeared during charity appearances and public events. Still, once his crimes became public, those clown photographs took on an entirely different meaning. What once looks harmless suddenly became deeply disturbing. It's one of those cases where something innocent became permanently associated with evil. And I will tell you at the end of this why I am afraid of clowns.
And he did use the clown persona to touch women inappropriately.
But wasn't most of the schmurders though like
Yeah,
little men and
Yeah.
little boys?
Yeah. But he did use it as evil.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of clowns being frightening, that's not completely new. But now his is the one that the case absolutely changed public perception, and that was throughout history. Clowns have represented comedy, like, ha ha ha, chaos, entertainment, like funny chaos. You see him on the rodeo, you see him in the circus. After Gacy's arrest, however, many people began viewing clown makeup differently. Seeing those smiling I'm so sorry. This is like the third time I've heard this thing, and I went on mute, so I'm like, I know it's not me, but I know I'm hearing it. I've heard it 3 times. Okay, moving on. We'll catch those EVPs. Y'all will see them when we edit. Then I will mark them for y'all. Okay. Anyway, but so after they arrested Gacy, people started viewing clown makeup differently, so I put a disgusting view on it, you know what I mean? So after seeing those smiling, painted faces next to news stories and dozens of murders created an image people were not able to forget. Some psychologists believe this helped fuel what's known as the calrophobia, and that is the fear of clowns. We'll get into that a little bit later. While that fear existed for some people, the Gacy case certainly it did not help. Let's just say that.
There's another layer to this story that's incredibly disturbing. Investigators later found paintings Gacy created while in prison. Many of those paintings featured clowns, especially Pogo. Today, those paintings have become controversial collector's items. Some people argue they're historical artifacts connected to one of America's most notorious criminal cases. Others believe buying or displaying them glorifies a serial killer. Museums generally avoid exhibiting them, but private collectors still purchase them for surprisingly high prices.
Well, because there are different people that like to collect different things, so people can just hush it.
Feel oddly specific for our friend Karli over here. You gonna let her pick on you like that?
No, because I would be the one of the ones buying them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean,
she understands. I have a dark room somewhere hidden.
Yeah.
Understands, but she doesn't understand.
See, but
dolls.
John Wayne Gacy though is a whole type of different clown. And what I'm afraid of, okay? We'll get into that later. Don't forget to remind me. Okay, well, it's also interesting how pop culture reacted to all this. After Gacy's crimes became public, horror movies began portraying clowns much differently. Get that right. Yep. Remember that. While characters like Pennywise from Stephen King's It weren't directly based on Gacy, many people believe the timing contributed to the growing evil clown image. Eventually, we saw films like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That was a really stupid movie, okay? But it was a good one, just to let you know, FYI. I did watch that one. Haunted attractions filled with creepy clowns and Halloween costumes designed specifically to make clowns terrifying instead of funny. The culture shift was huge. Let me explain though, because when Pennywise came about in the very first made It movie with what was his name?
Tim Curry.
Yes. His freaking smile, I swear, is the one thing that scared the living F out of me because he did it so perfectly. Like, no, like, it still gives me the creeps. Even in Home Alone 2, he gave me the creeps with that
My
smile.
favorite movie he was in was what was that? The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
I loved him in that.
That was fun.
So another misconception, moving on, is that Gacy wore clown makeup, but he didn't. Most people who knew him actually knew he was a contractor, a businessman, a neighbor, or a community volunteer. The clown appearance is made up of only a small part of his public life. That's one reason investigators often say he hid in plain sight. He appeared ordinary, just like you and me, but the clown simply became the lasting image because it was so shocking once the truth came out.
One thing criminologists often point out is that evil rarely looks like what we expect. People tend to imagine monsters looking frightened or suspicious. Instead, Gacy maintained friendships, employed young workers, attended community events, and even entertained families. That's why his case continues to be studied decades later. It's a reminder that appearance alone don't tell us who someone really is.
Really doesn't.
It don't.
I say that all the time. You can meet somebody and know them for years, but then they could be hiding a deep, dark secret, and it's just going to blow your mind. Stop! Oh my gosh. Take me out of the middle. Today, when people hear Pogo the Clown, they aren't thinking about balloons or birthday parties. They're thinking about one of the darkest. Shut up. I can't stand you. They're thinking about one of the darkest criminal cases in American history. The clowns itself wasn't responsible for the crimes, but it became the unforgettable symbol attached to them. And honestly, that's probably why so many people still get uncomfortable whenever they see an old-fashioned clown. Okay, an old-fashioned clown smile. LD's gonna get her butt whooped. Sometimes the scariest masks are the ones hiding completely ordinary faces. Look.
I'm just sitting here.
I'm about to leave. I'm about to. You're not talking. You're on mute.
Speaking of costumes, I hope y'all had a great episode and learned a lot. We will be talking about clowns in the future from now on.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
I doubt that.
And if you ever see a red balloon and it's floating by a sewer, do not follow it.
That's fake. You know what's real? The two bitches sitting beside you. Yeah, my pretty. Okay. Anyways, I just got a sugar rush. Anyways, Any closing thoughts?
Don't trust people.
Especially
Don't-
clowns.
Do not trust clowns that don't actually have clown makeup and they're wearing other people's faces. That's a red flag. Okay.
Or if they're
Let's
holding
dive.
knives and standing in a freaking field somewhere.
Wait. No, shut up. Okay. Nope. We gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Let's be.
Bye.
I had a dirty thought. Salmon circus. Salmon circus. Salmon circus. Many people began viewing.